made me a millionaire. This is the #1 law of attraction technique for manifesting more money, and this is a way no one talks about, nobody tells you, and I kind of just intuitively developed it, and then later found out that, you know, it's essentially called scripting. This allowed me to go from my wife being in debt because I couldn't pay for anything to us being millionaires, and I want to share this with you because it's very, very powerful to attract prosperity and freedom into your life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Let's dive right into this video. Okay, so when I was in high school, I had a teacher that would do creative writing. She'd set the timer for 15 minutes and you'd make up your own stories. And the only rule was you weren't supposed to think about it. You weren't supposed to stop and be like, what should I write? You're supposed to always keep the pen on the paper and then just write and write and write and write and write and see what came out. As I learned about the subconscious mind and I was wondering, why am I still struggling so much financially? I realized, man, this is all about my belief systems. So what I started doing was taking what I wanted in the present tense and scripting like that with my pen in hand without moving it and just seeing what came out, creating images about my dream life and just letting it all flow out of me. And my life changed because money is just energy, and when you call it, it will come. Comment down below, money is energy, when I call it comes. Comment down below, money is energy, when I call it comes. Comment that down below, money is energy, when I call it comes. Comment that down below, say it to yourself, money is energy, when I call it comes. So what I would start doing is I created a success hypnosis for myself. I'd plug that into my headphones and I would softly play that. And as I was listening to that and it was reprogramming my subconscious from a sound perspective, I would take advantage of all my other senses and I would do this creative writing. But instead what I would do is I would write as if I was writing in my journal, talking about how good my life was. So my success hypnosis is right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's free to use and I recommend you use it with this, jakeshypnosis.com, right there down below, and it's free to use. And so what I would do is I would start with, I am so grateful now. I am so grateful now. So that's point number one. Point number one is I am so grateful now. And then the challenge is, because the programming in the mind might want to come up, so the challenge is to write for at least one page. At least one page. It'll only take you 5 minutes or so. And I recommend doing it for longer though, like 10 minutes. And you take this and you write, I am so grateful now. So I would write, I'm so grateful now that I'm a millionaire, inspiring millions of people worldwide. I'm so grateful that now I'm going to the grocery store. And when I was at the grocery store today, I met some amazing people that came up to me that watch a YouTube channel and told me this epic story about how their life changes. It makes me feel so good. Now that I'm a millionaire, I'm so grateful I live in my dream location, in my dream home in Hawaii. My wife and I are now married and we have it, and I would write like that as if it had already happened. It hadn't happened, but I was convincing my brain, the cells in my brain, that it had already happened. And I was writing about what I was grateful for as if it's already happened. Now, when I would listen to my hypnosis, it would start to bring me into a theta brainwave state. Theta is the brainwave state that is most similar to hypnosis, so it's easiest to reprogram the subconscious in that state. So the hypnosis would prompt my brainwaves to change. And then all the information I was writing down would start to enter my subconscious mind. And what I would do is basically like, you know, somebody is imagining their dream home and here's what I would do and here's what I would do. I would write whatever I would imagine my dream life. Maybe one day I'd write about my dream home, one day I would write about inspiring a bunch of people, one day I would write about not worrying about money anymore and how good it made me feel. Mind you, I didn't have any of these things yet, but I would put pen to pad and I would write and write and write. I'm so grateful that this is happening and this is happening and this is happening and this is happening and oh my God, this happened and this happened and thank you, universe. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing now that my life has changed. And guess what? It didn't take that long for all of these things to happen, for my life to absolutely change forever, for me to become a millionaire, for this YouTube channel to blow up and inspire people from all over the world to live in my dream home and to live in my dream location in Hawaii. All of these things to happen. Here's why this is so powerful. Most people imagine things, like they imagine their dream life, but all it is to them is their imagination. Yeah, that would be nice. But as soon as you do that, you cancel out your dream. You cancel out what you imagine. And what you're telling the subconscious mind is this will not and does not happen. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. It just receives the information that's presently happening in your brain. So when you imagine all these great things, which everyone does, it's just that all I was doing was not only imagining them, but pretending I was writing in my journal as if they'd already happened. So my brain thinks that they've happened. And as you use repetition to do that every day for 10 minutes, by the 3rd day, the 4th day, the 10th day, the 40th day, the brain all of a sudden is like, oh my gosh, all of these things have happened. But most people do that and then they go, man, it'd be great if I had that. As soon as you do that, you're saying to your subconscious mind, I don't have these things. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. So it receives that and says, you do not have these things, and it makes sure you don't have them because it doesn't care about what you do or do not want. All it is responding to the commands that you give it with your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is only responsible for 5% of your life. It's the ability you have with free will to think whatever it is you want to think, imagine new things, but however you use your conscious mind to send messages to your subconscious is ultimately what will become your life, because your conscious mind receives the commands from the subconscious and then creates them as your reality. So I used scripting or hypnotic writing to convince my subconscious mind that I had all of these things in my life that I did not have. All of a sudden, my brain is responding to it. It's thinking it's real. All my cells in my body are thinking it's real. And then what happens? I created it in my life. So here's what I'm inviting you to do. Suspend your disbelief. Begin your statement with I am so grateful that, and write for a page and start to do this every day. You may notice some limiting beliefs come up. That's great. That's you essentially purging them or reprogramming or reprocessing them. That's what you want. And as you start to get, the reason people don't have money isn't because they aren't good enough. It isn't because they aren't smart enough. It's because deep down they really don't think it's possible. The reason people don't have their dream life isn't because they're not good enough, isn't because they aren't smart enough. It's because they don't really believe it's possible. I had to start to convince my brain I was a millionaire because I didn't believe it. Society says you're never going to be successful if you drop out of college. I dropped out of college. I failed junior English class in high school and I wanted to become a published author with the top New York publishing companies. That has happened now, but at the time, I didn't think it was possible. Why? Because I was told all of these things about what was possible. I thought that, well, I'll be happy rather than have money. I want both. I want the freedom that money can buy and I want happiness. I used to think the rich people controlled all the money. I had to rewire all of those thought patterns and soon my brain thought it was real. So beginning with I am so grateful. Write about your dream life every single day, especially before sleep. And then as you're going to bed, start imagining all of these things happening. And what begins to take place is your brain starts to respond to an entirely different reality. It's not that you're not smart enough for money or it's not possible. It's that deep down you don't believe it. Consciously you may want it, but subconsciously you don't. The scripting technique is designed to rewire the mind, and in just a few weeks your whole pattern about your subconscious belief system about life shifts, and all of a sudden your future dreams become present facts in your subconscious, and then they become realities in your physical life. So comment down below, it is my right to be rich. Comment down below, it is my right to be rich. Why wouldn't it be your right to be rich? You're an individualization of God. You're connected to the universe, and you're here alive. You're meant to experience the fullness life has to offer. So it is your right to be rich. Say it. It is my right to be rich. Say it. It is my right to be rich. Comment that down below. It is my right to be rich. For you to donate to the charities that you want to donate, for you to have the life that you want. If you want to farm, you should be able to experience that connection to the earth. If you want to live in a certain place, you should be able to afford it. But first, you have to know that it is your right to be rich. And then second, second, you have to rewrite the programming, just like in order to get certain softwares on a computer, you have to code those into it, or someone else has to code them into it. In order for you to make your supercomputer, i.e. your brain, produce a certain reality, you have to code it into it. Scripting is coding your supercomputer, i.e. your brain, for the reality you want, so it produces it for you. And that's the big secret to life. You can code your brain to produce the reality you want, and it will create it as a physical experience. So comment down below, it is my right to be rich. Use this scripting technique. You are going to be amazed if you use this for a few weeks, a few months, a few years. I still do it to this day. As things become realities, I keep shifting them to new things. If something becomes a reality, then I change it to something else that I'm imagining. And I keep tapping into deeper dimensions of my true self. And this is what's possible for you. So if you did not yet, make sure you download my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com. And you can start to use that softly to reprogram your mind with it. jakeshypnosis.com. It's free to use. jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments right there down below. If you have not yet, make sure you download the Success Hypnosis. I got ahead of myself, I was going to say. And make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. The bell notification is what notifies you for new videos. I don't know why YouTube does it, but if you subscribe, you don't get notified for videos. So make sure right now you actually hit the bell notification right over there on the side. And guess what? Here's the coolest thing that I started doing. I got a friend, and my friend and I started using each other as accountability partners. So when I would write my couple pages of scripting, I would take an iPhone photo and I would text it to him. I wouldn't even say anything. I would just text it to him. And that was his prompt to say, bro, you got to send me yours. And so every day we would send these to each other to hold ourselves accountable to doing it. So you may have a friend, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, study partner, or whatever. Start sending iPhone screenshots of your scripting to one another to hold each other accountable to it. And what's going to happen is it's going to help you build a new habit. What you measure increases. When you have accountability, it will increase. So find that partner. Maybe you got someone you're watching this video with now. If not, share it with someone. Text it, email to someone, say, hey, what do you think? You want to do this and rewire our minds for prosperity and the life that we dream of? This sounds fantastic. Let's do it. So make sure you hit the like button to send this out into the YouTube universe. Comment down below, it is my right to be rich. Comment down below, it is my right to be rich. I can't wait to hear about the amazing success stories you have. Jake's Hypnosis is right there for free. I give this away for free, but my only ask is after you have some amazing results, come back and share them either on this video right here down below. If you already use it, please share your success story to inspire others to use it too. And if you're going to use it today for your first time, comment down below when you start to get amazing results, or email us at JD, my initials Jake Ducey, JD@jakeducey.com, and share your success story. It's what fills my heart up with joy, and I never would have imagined years ago that I would give this away, and now over 300,000 people, almost 400,000 now, in less than 2 years would be using this. So jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. This is the scripting technique that made me a millionaire. Imagine what it could do for you if you use this every single solitary day. Have a fantastic day. Go like this, put a smile on your face. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. Time to raise our energy. Think about one thing you're grateful for right now. What's one thing you're grateful for? Comment it down below. I'm grateful to you who has watched this video all the way through. Thank you for watching it. I'm grateful for the internet. I'm grateful for technology. I'm grateful for this beautiful time on planet Earth that we live in. Comment one thing you're grateful for right there down below. Put a smile on your face. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.